an opportunity to play semi-final football on the line here today. I'm sure they'll be using the football. Conditions look like it suits that style.
You just saw a look on Ali Briganshaw's face before. I think she's excited about what is on offer this afternoon as far as these conditions are concerned. And we are underway. The triple header for NRLW. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon with 3 cracking games this afternoon. We're into semi-finals next Sunday at Suncorp Stadium. It's a big time of the year for NRLW, big time of the year for Rugby League. There's 4 teams left in the NRL. Kennedy Sherrington starting the game in jersey number 14. Mailungi on the bench. Promising opening set of 6 here for Parramatta. They've been very competitive in just about all of their games so far. The Eels just failed to getting the job done, but as we said, because of the faltering form of the Broncos and the Titans, Parramatta's season is still alive as Taylor Preston puts in a kick. That's knocked back by Emily Bass in the team this afternoon for Brisbane. There's certainly plenty of pace in this Broncos team when you look at Bass, and here's Julia Robinson. Ali Briganshaw going to dummy half. Interesting as well that a change made by Kelvin Wright this week sees Jada Ferguson start the game in jersey number 9. Was impressive off the bench. Here's an early error. Good tackle. Samai Mataufa forcing an error.
Yeah, great contact. They get an early opportunity here, Parramatta.
Penatani goes to dummy half. Peel, Christian Peel, strong runner of the football. 15 metres away from the line. Brooke Anderson goes to dummy half. Now it's with Preston. Can't get away from Amber Hall, wearing 12, but playing in the middle this afternoon for Brisbane. Usually a wide running, damaging front rower. Here's Samai Mataufa, most experienced player in the Parramatta team. Anderson goes to dummy half. Now Quinlan, short ball, good defence. Got the pass away. Quinlan gets it away to Penatani. And first blood for the Eels. It's a must-win game for Parramatta. And the big guns step up early, and that's a good finish from Tiana Penatani.
Yeah, it was a good contact that gifted the Parramatta Eels early field position, and they take advantage of it. Great ballman out here to the left-hand side. Harvey Norman replay, nice little offload, and then quick interchange of passing. Parramatta draw first blood.
You saw, Billy, when you look at this Parramatta team and you talk about experienced players, Tiana Penatani is certainly one of those, one of 3 Jillaroos in the lineup, including Vanessa Foliaki and Samai Mataufa. Alana sideline.
Yeah, wasn't that great ball movement by the Eels, all off the back of such an impressive defensive effort, but this offload from Peel was unbelievable. Now we're on the sunny coast on the sideline. Lockie and I just put some sunscreen on. It is beautiful here, both sides after the coin toss. We're really looking forward to getting that breeze at their back. So for the Broncos for the first half, they've got a little bit of a piggyback with their kicking game.
Yeah, Lana just mentioned that offload by Pio. It was incredible. She did well to hold the ball to start with. As Preston moves in.
Waved away, no goal.
Tom off. Okay, stand side.
Beautiful Central Coast Stadium on this Sunday afternoon.
That's right, it is the Central Coast. I think I called it Sunshine Coast, and then Alana backed me up. So the sun's out, we just assume it's in Queensland.
We've got Brisbane water in the background. Down to you, Alana.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I got carried away with how good the weather is down here. It's very sunny, but we are on the Central Coast.
Beautiful afternoon we do have.
Keep that sun cream up to Lockie down there.
Here's Ali Johnston. He's got sunscreen on top of the head these days, Darren. It's a miracle.
You should put someone in there, mate.
There he is.
His mic's working. Anderson to dummy half. The Eels looking good early, although that pass just goes behind Preston. Gets a kick away. And Hayley Maddock takes it in the field of play. Gets up over the 10. It's a good chase there from the Eels, led by Rakea Horn.
Yeah, it was a great kick by Preston. It was just centimetre perfect. Pushed the Broncos right back to their in-goal line, and now they've got to work it out.
A high energy start from Parramatta. They win by more than 6 points today, Parramatta. They'll leapfrog Brisbane. So that's the margin you've got to look at. First of all, they've got to get the job done and win the games. Netta Nuasala playing the ball for Brisbane. Here's a kick from inside the 40 from Ali Brigginshaw. Gets it away from the Eels fullback in Gail Broughton. Staggered chase there from Brisbane, and Broughton sees an opportunity. Here's Toi Hiku up towards the halfway line. Great play from the Eels. The winger and the fullback combining. Now Preston. Here's Zali Faye. Tackled by Jada Ferguson. Oh, solid contact there on Kennedy Cherrington. Larson in there for Brisbane. The Eels on the front foot again here. Taufa just outside the 20. Anderson to Preston. Oh, had a little look there, Billy, do you think? And put the ball down.
Yeah, I was very impressed by Gail Broughton. The way she brought the football back on that kick return, found some space. This looks like a real natural ball player as well. Just keep an eye out for her today.
How good does that look? Brisbane Water, Central Coast Stadium.
It's a great stadium. It's a great stadium to play football at on a fine day. It's a fast track. Once we get some fatigue in this game, I'm sure there'll be some space for some of the quicker girls out there.
Alana.
Make note, I spoke to Kelvin Wright, the Broncos coach, just heading into the stadium, and he was very excited for this game. He's looking forward to the girls putting a complete performance together, but he shifted Amber Hall from that back row position into the middle, and he couldn't be more excited to see the impact that she's going to have in that front row, starting the side there. Here she is.
Such a important player in this Broncos team, especially this season, given Millie Boyle moved on to the Knights. Here's Taryn Aiken. Anderson in there, one of the defenders for the Eels. Defending well so far, Parramatta. Here's Sophie Hollyman. Just inside Parramatta territory on the last. Aiken this time putting up a kick. And Jamie Chapman nearly getting to that one, but Broughton got a good bounce and will stay in the field of play just.
Yeah, some good footwork there by Broughton, and just a little background on Gail Broughton as the Parramatta Eels get a penalty. She's played for the Rugby Sevens for New Zealand on 2 occasions, won a gold and a silver medal. You see this right foot. They'll get some good field position here, Parramatta.
Now the Eels starting off this set with Cherrington, 40 metres away from Brisbane's line. Another great attacking platform for the Eels. Quinlan. It's a nice pass away to Peel. Shanae Sissoko, one of the defenders there for Brisbane. Anderson. Now Quinlan again. Ball out in 2 hands, goes to her halves partner, and there's a damaging run there from Vanessa Foliaki. Now Broughton into the line, goes to Rakea Horn. Amber Hall and Jamie Chapman wrap her up. 8 metres away. 2 tackles left in the set here for Parramatta. It's with Samaima Taufa. Tackled 3 metres away. Last tackle. Can they at least get a repeat set here, Parramatta? The ball goes to Quinlan. Yeah, Ellie Johnston with a fend. She'll get there. Ellie Johnston! In back-to-back games against Brisbane, she scores a try.
Yeah, it was a really good set by Parramatta. A lot of ball movement. The key players, their halves, got the football in their hands, and then they decided to run the ball on the last tackle. And Ellie Johnston finds herself with the football. Well, she wasn't going to kick it. Big don't argue, left fend, and then just gets down nice and low and scores the try. Harvey Norman replay. Here it is. Slow motion. This will show it really good. Run the ball on the last. Get it to the big front rower. Big don't argue in the chest. And then gets down nice and low and scores the try for Parramatta. Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, well, Ellie Brigginshaw, she tried to solve it herself by coming out to put pressure on the kicker, but she didn't stop the ball, and that opened the space for Johnston. And that far up from the sideline with that much space, I don't think anyone's going to stop her. You watch it here, Ellie Brigginshaw comes out. She wanted to put pressure on the kicker, but she came out too quick. She couldn't get the kick away. She got the pass away, though, and Parramatta, they're completing their sets, whereas the Broncos, they're not, and they're being ill-disciplined, giving away penalties.
Still 21 years of age, Ellie Johnston, and her try is converted.
Time off. Yeah, mate.
You made mention, Ellie Johnston, still only 21 years of age. Her 13th NRLW game, second try. And here she is on the rampage again. Will that be a penalty here? No, they're going to rule an error.
That will have to be a penalty.
The challenge.
Bucky, we're on tackle one. Parramatta are challenging the decision of lost ball, looking for rucking infringement from Brisbane.
Well, it looked like she just got pushed over.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Parramatta's looking to play the ball. Netta Nuasala pushes the Parramatta player over, which is ruck interference. The challenge is successful.
Something must have happened before that.
Yeah, my cross here,
That's a brain explosion, that one.
Netta Nuasala penalised. The captain's challenge was an obvious one there for the Eels. Ellie Johnston, tackled by Sophie Hollyman, one of the Broncos in there, along with Amber Hall. Now Preston. Here's Foliaki fighting in the tackle. What a great signing it is for the Eels, getting Ness Foliaki in their lineup, an experienced campaigner. Now Quinlan, short to Pio. Here's Penatani in open space. Got Faye on her outside, is going to be wrapped up.
Great tackle.
Hayley Maddock it was with a tackle that had to be made, and Tiana Penatani slow to get to her feet there. Jemima Taufa gets a great ball away on the bounce. Preston finds Cherrington. Cherrington on the charge. Tackle 4 metres away from the line. Quick play the ball as well. Anderson to Quinlan. Long pass intercepted by Julia Robinson. She had to take it.
Well, they were under all sorts of pressure. Penatani, she still hasn't recovered from that injury, that left knee heavily strapped. She's still out of the defensive line. She doesn't look like she'll be able to carry on. Alana?
Yeah, the Eels turned up the heat today. They've had a couple of changes. The Broncos are going to get a penalty, a little bit of a piggyback out of their own end. But
it's a penalty for a strip.
The Eels have had a couple of changes within their spine during this season,
Okay.
just trying to figure out.
We have a captain's challenge from Parramatta, challenging the decision of a strip.
Challenge for a strip here. But this is my preferred spine lineup for the Eels. Taylor Preston and Quinlan in the
Zali
halves.
Faye's hand is on the ball in a stripping action with 2 people in the tackle. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful, no more challenges, Parramatta.
Unsuccessful.
Well, that doesn't look good for Penatani. She's got that left knee heavily strapped. They were under all sorts of pressure there, the Broncos. They did well to scramble and stay in this match. They've got to hold the ball, spend some time with the football here.
So this is a rare sojourn for the Broncos in the Eels territory in the opening 13 minutes. Fongavini playing it. Ferguson goes here to Sophie Hollyman. And impressive for Brisbane in her first NRLW campaign. Aiken, Hayley Maddock, Jamie Chapman now. Chapman, terrific mover with the football. 4 tries so far this season. Aiken. Here's Hannah Larson, getting an opportunity to start this afternoon for Brisbane. Just outside the 20, Ferguson. Aiken, drifting across field. Short ball to Fongavini. And let her size deceive you. Strong runner is Fongavini. Now Brigginshaw gets a pass away. Shanae Sissoko through the gap and scores Brisbane's opening try of the game. What a pass from Ellie Brigginshaw.
Well, it was Aiken who was dominating the set. She was playing the dominant half role, and then Ali Brigginshaw, she jumped into that first receiver. Beautiful pass. Harvey Norman replay. Ali Brigginshaw just throws a nice cutout pass. And when the Broncos spend some time with the football, they come up with points.
Shanae Sissoko, a Queensland Origin representative.
A beautiful pass just puts Shanae on the outside of her opponent. Catches the ball in 2 hands. Ali Brigginshaw. A whole heap of experience. And throws that money ball. There she is there. Just out in front. The pass gives the player the advantage. And the Broncos are back in this one.
The point to make too is no Tiana Penatani defending there in the centres at that time, and there's the conversion, which is there. So Brisbane hit back with a try of their own after conceding 2 early tries against the Eels. Must win pretty much for both teams. Here's Aneta Nuasala. 3 Eels in the tackle there. Ferguson to Amber Hall. And that run will earn a penalty to Brisbane. Alana.
Well, they've got to be careful here, the Eels, giving up that territory. We just saw the Broncos score those important points. They need to win this game to secure that final spot, but that's when they're dangerous, taking the line on in good territory. But I also have to comment, that was poor defence from Pio on the line. She just stood back and watched that. They've got to shape up in D here, the Eels.
Brisbane on the charge again as Hollyman playing it to Ferguson. Now Aiken, Hayley Maddock, dangerous when she chimes in. Preston did well, along with Foliaki. Chapman a dummy half. Aaron Aiken throwing dummies and slipped as she got to the defensive line. It was a good tackle in the end from Butler. Now, Brigginshaw, look out. Here goes Ellie Brigginshaw. Aiken, did that go forward? No, play on. Amber Hall gets a pass away and it finds the winger in Bass. Emily Bass got the ball from Hannah Larson and Brisbane to go back to back.
Yeah, it was a nice little bat on by Aiken. Ali Brigginshaw, she attacks the middle of the field. So we'll see here on the Harvey Norman replay. Again, they get a relieving penalty out of trouble. Ali Brigginshaw bang off that right foot and then a nice little tap on by Aiken. The ball goes out to the left-hand side. Nice over-the-top pass. And Bass, how things can change when you've got the football in your hand. Lockie?
Well, are they having a look at this, or they confirmed the tries?
I think they're going to have a look at it, Lockie.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, but Brigginshaw knows that once you got possession, the defence is going to fatigue in this heat, and she takes the line on after they get the penalty. Possession's everything in these conditions, and then we see the ball come out, but has Bass grounded it? Here it comes. In fast motion, you would say yes, but when you slow it down, here we go.
Well, the fingers come off, but the thumb stays on.
Yeah, I'd be happy either way here. It's one of those calls.
I'm okay with a try. It's not going to be a try, but
Bucky, we're just looking to see if there's a knock-on in the grounding.
Well, the thumb never comes away from the ball. And sometimes when you put the ball down, it rolls away from the palm of your
right
hand.
Comes off the ball prior to grounding. We have a decision.
I think we can overlook this sort of stuff.
Yeah, so it'll be a 20-metre restart. Yeah, because they had to go back and look at something in the play. Thank you. Broncos will be on the
Yeah, sometimes when you put the ball down, it can come away from the palm of your hand and stay within your fingers or your thumb. I understand that the fingers came off the ball, but the thumb was still on the football.
No try for Emily Bass. Parramatta still in front by 4. Here's another error from the Eels, and Shanae Sissoko has it for Brisbane, and that strip came after the call of held.
She's already held anyway.
So it will be a penalty here for Brisbane. Brigginshaw taps. Nuasala now. 30 metres away, Ferguson. Aiken, short this time to Hannah Larson. Oh, read there by the Eels defence. Now Aiken drifting, dangerous when she does that. Fongavini with a fend, still going. Deceptively strong. Jasmine Fongavini. 11 metres away from the line. Maddock to Brigginshaw. No options on her outside. Goes back towards the centre of the ground. Looking for a runner. Eventually gets a pass away to Nuasala. Nuasala is going to be wrapped up. Ferguson, the dummy half. Here's Taryn Aiken. Into the line she goes and can't get an offload. Taylor Preston doing well to wrap the ball up. Now Ferguson. Brigginshaw kicks across field for Robinson. What sort of bounce will she get?
20.
Well, it was acrobatic, but it's going to be a 20-metre tap here for the Eels.
Yeah, it was just a little bit deep, that kick. Created a one-on-one situation in Parramatta, and they finally get the football back, and they'll get 7 tackles.
In the middle, Gale. In the middle. Go.
Kale Horn for Parramatta, playing the ball. 7 tackles set here for Parramatta. Zoe Hiku. That's with Preston. Goes to Foliaki.
Straight out, Taryn square.
World Cup winner with the Gillaroos, Vanessa Foliaki. Cherrington goes to her skipper and Samaima Taufa. Really popped out there, but she did well to maintain possession there, did Samaima Taufa. 19th NRLW game this afternoon. Quinlan inside pass, well read there by the Broncos defence. It's on Hanisi. 30 metres away. Here's Preston. Now Foliaki. Tackle 20 metres away from Brisbane's line. Last play here for the Eels. Preston puts in a kick. It's trapped there by Brigginshaw, and she's able to get possession there for Brisbane. Now Robinson. Aiken goes to Chapman. Look out if she gets away from them, but good tackle in the end there from Zoe Hiku. Larson. Oh, driving defence there from the Eels. Foliaki and Sherrington. And that rocked her as well. Chelsea Lenarduzzi on the field now for Brisbane. Last tackle. Rugby gets a kick away. And Zali Faye giving the Eels now some very good field position.
Yeah, the fatigue's starting to set in. Just look to that middle of the field. There'll be some tired girls out there now.
Rima Butler playing it. Christian Peel. Eventually they put her on her back. Brianna Clark on the field now for Brisbane as well. Here's Philomena Hanisi. Mailangi, they're 15 away from the line. Quinlan to Preston. Here they go. Broughton, good on her feet. Good tackle though by Aiken. Now Mailangi, Preston kicks across fields. Now, is that back to 0? It is, because it touched the hand of Julie Robinson. Full set of 6 here for the Eels on Brisbane's line, and it's with Butler, who'll get over, then driven back. Playing the ball, less than a metre away from the line. Pio goes to dummy half. And on the rampage is Hanisi, who gets over but's held up.
Yeah, they do really well, the Broncos, the last 2 tackles. The Parramatta Eels have got over the line, but they stay between the ball and the try line. You see Brigginshaw just keeps her body between the ball and the try line.
Time on.
Great effort by the Broncos.
Still only tackle 2. Mailangi goes to Taufa, and Samaima Taufa is tackled. No! Yeah, so the call of held came from Casey Badger. Fortunate there for the Eels. The set of 6 will continue. Here's Preston with a wraparound. Now Horn! Great tackle, Hannah Larson, a try saver. Now Mailangi, well that's off a Bronco. This will be 6 more as well now. Broughton goes to Horn and...
We just had a collision.
I think we had a wraparound into a Falcon.
Where do you want your scrum, Ali? Ali,
well, we're joined now by the Parramatta coach, Dean Witters. Dean, a fast start to the game. What have you made of things after the opening 22 or so minutes?
Oh, mate, we're getting challenged here. You know, we're losing Tiana Penatani's had to force a few things here, but we've got to keep the energy. We've got to stay resilient and stay in this game. You know, the Broncos won't go away.
How important is holding the footy in these conditions, Dean?
Oh, we just saw it there, mate. That's a coach killer, 6 again, and we're not concentrating. If we can hold the ball here, we can take away a lot of the Broncos' strengths, which is that attacking play down our end. So it's vital today, mate, that we hold the ball.
Hey, Dean, your experienced players are standing up. Samaima Taufa and Ness Foliaki, particularly in defence.
Yeah, mate, and the rest of the girls have got to get behind them, and that's what they're going to do today. They're going to lead us, and we just got to be physical. You know, the Broncos have got so many players, and like Lenarduzzi and Amber Hall, that can hurt you, and we've got to really step up.
Thanks for your time, Dean. Good luck, mate, for the rest of the game.
Thanks, boys.
Here's Jada Ferguson, thanks to Dean Witters, giving us some of his time. All right, we've got an injury update down to you, Alana.
Yeah, the Eels captain, Tiana Penatani, had to leave the field. She actually has a strain, maybe even a tear in her quad, so she won't be back for today, which means Samaima Taufa is now their captain on field, and Rima Butler currently is in that centre position, but hasn't got many minutes of footy up her sleeve, so we could see that change up throughout the game as well.
That is a blow, losing someone like Tiana Penatani.
Go, Amy, come 10.
Samaima Taufa, just saw her on screen. A real warrior. Chelsea Lenarduzzi, he's good on a one-on-one steal, but that time Casey Toihikui manages to hold on to possession.
They strip it one-on-one and we're held. You've got to release the ball.
Oh, hang on. Okay, so she did get the ball, Chelsea Lenarduzzi.
Okay. I thought she held on to it, but the Broncos come up with possession.
Tiana Penatani off the field, and you can just see how Parramatta have had to reshape things, as Dean Witters said. Now they've got to do it defensively because Brisbane are on the front foot. Jada Ferguson goes to Ali Brigginshaw. Here's Brianna Clark. Tackle 12 away from the line. Ferguson, look one way. Now goes underneath there to Chelsea Lenarduzzi. Gets a nice offload away back to Jada Ferguson. Ferguson tackled 3 away from the line. Taryn Aiken, Ali Brigginshaw. Oh, hang on. It's Falcon straight into Pongavini. It's play on though for Brisbane. Shanae Sasolka's got it. Julia Robinson, Ali Brigginshaw. Rubbers towards the in-goal area. This is a tough job here for Preston. They corral her in the in-goal area, and Brisbane will get a repeat set.
Yeah, that set wasn't going the way that the Broncos planned, but it was a nice finish. Here's a couple of the Falcons. That's a defensive Falcon, and then Ali Brigginshaw. Oh, just in the back of the head, that one. But it was an experienced play right at the end. Just good weight on the kick. And just reset the set.
Stay on. Kick.
Shanae Sasolka taking that drop out.
One in.
And stripped to the ball by Philomena Hanisi.
Behind the line, Chelsea. One.
Almost holding it up there, waiting for it to be taken by an Eel, and they obliged.
Release her.
And they'll get a penalty here because there was interference there on Samaima Taufa.
Oh, it's a big play in the game, the one-on-one strip. And Parramatta are about to defend their try line. Big play.
Stay 10.
And take the tap here.
Move Brisbane! To the next line, come on! Hold square, wait!
Philomena Hanisi
Go, one.
playing the ball to Mailangi. Now Taufa goes to Charrington.
Head around and square!
Plenty of questions.
Go, 2, you're good.
Kennedy Charrington. Foliaki.
Out now, Chelsea!
11 metres into Brisbane territory.
Hold! No.
Under 7 minutes left in the first half of our triple header. What a great Sunday afternoon of NRLW action we have for you. As you can see there, bottom of the screen. Coming up next, it's Titans v Roosters. There's Charrington. Titans will be liking this scoreline at the moment. Samaima Taufa. They've got a chance to move into 4th place should Parramatta win. So much to play for. Here's Mailangi. Now Quinlan throws a dummy. We'll get there, will she? Yes! The Eels are in.
Coming into last.
Try awarded. Parramatta go further in front.
Yeah, it was a great individual effort by Quinlan. And she had bodies in motion on the outside, which forces the defence to come up sideways. A sharp left foot step. Just gets over the advantage line. Harvey Norman replay. You see that hole back on the inside. And Quinlan, well, she's good enough to find it. Beautiful footwork close to the line. You just see the bodies in motion on her outside. And then Quinlan comes off that left foot, spins and gets the ball. Oh, does she? I think she's knocked this ball on. Lockie.
Come off. Bucky.
Might be called back this one as well. They're going to review it.
Knock on from
The one-on-one strip, it's such a momentum swinger. You see it come down here. I could see the Broncos players happy after this because they knew
comes away from the ball
they knew
here and it's in contact with the Broncos player short of the line, which is a knock on. We have a decision.
Where were you on the scrum, Ali?
Yeah, well, that's an opportunity lost for the Eels because they, as you see, no try going to come up here. But Maddock had gone sideways. She was the fullback looking to cover the kick, and that opened the space.
We're having a scrum over here.
Quinlan, unfortunately, wasn't able to ice the play, and still 4 points to margin.
Well, we're a winter sport, but the temperature up there at the Central Coast Stadium, 20 degrees, beautiful fine day, which creates sweat on the ball.
So it's going to be
you see
out here.
See a few drop balls and one-on-one strips.
Wait for us to get set. I'll tell you when. Is it? Yeah.
too, Billy, is that they're stepping up now to playing 35-minute halves in NRLW. They were playing 30 minutes. It's a lot better, I think, that they're playing the 35. So this is an area of the game where we see lots of points scored.
It creates fatigue in the last 6 minutes of this half. There's another one.
Yeah, Parramatta have got the ball again through Cherrington.
Stand up now. Keep going.
Mailungi playing it. Here's Anisi. Mailungi to dummy half. Here's Cherrington. Charging towards the line. Tackled 3 metres away from it. Quick play the ball again. And going to the line is Mailungi. Going to be wrapped up. Stands in the tackle. A couple of metres away. Preston to Samaima Taufa. Here's Quinlan. Pio back to Quinlan. Now Broughton. Broncos defence standing firm. Quinlan, they go down the short side on the last, and Brisbane are going to get the ball. Through Sine Sissoko. Julia Robinson now. So the Roosters are in the house ahead of their game against the Gold Coast Titans. So, a team that has been on fire throughout the season. The Roosters. It's coming up next. No Ray McGregor for the Roosters this afternoon. Here's Jamie Chapman. And the Titans produce an upset. And depending on this result, they could be playing for a semi-final spot. Kicking from just outside the 40, Taryn Aiken. Gail Broughton underneath. Oh, what about the step? Goodness me. Gail Broughton. Great footwork. You would have liked that, Billy.
Yeah, sharp right foot, wasn't it? And then showed great speed.
Kaya Horn now. The try before the break for the Eels will give them a massive lift. Zali Faye playing it. Here's George, Nevada George. Inside Brisbane's 20 again they go. Taufa, Preston, Quinlan, the halves combining. Back to Preston. Won't be able to get an offload away because Brianna Clark has wrapped the ball up. Now it's with Quinlan on the last cutout pass. Oh, what a ball! A great ball to Zali Faye. And the Eels do score their third try of the game.
Wow, what a pass by Quinlan. She was only denied a try moments earlier through a knock on, but just watch this pass. It's a beautiful ball. Quinlan gets the ball, same position as before, and then just throws a 15-metre cutout pass to Fry. Harvey Norman replay, just watch this in slow motion. Right to left, all the way to Faye. Beautiful pass, and then Faye finishes it off. Lockie?
Yeah, well, you remember earlier, when they went down that side, Julia Robinson got the intercept, which was a big momentum swinger. She went to go for it again, but this time Quinlan got a pass right and just iced it with the perfect placement. You see here, as Robinson comes up, she got that pass earlier, but this time the pass was too good. And then Faye, well, that's a coach killer for the Broncos right on the stroke of half time, but for Dean up there in the box, he'd be loving that.
Oh, look at Ali Brigginshaw laying down the law. Meg Ward in there as well, doing lots of talking. That's her in the yellow shirt, the former Jillaroo. Taylor Preston from the touchline. No goal.
No goal. Time off.
Zali Faye with the try for the Eels, 21 years of age.
Ali got a lot of time to play.
Second try in her short NRLW career so far, but she's got a massive career in front of her.
Hard to believe that Parramatta are still winless in this season. They're playing some great football. They got plenty of attack in them.
Stand up. Hold him up.
Here's Philomena Hanisi, strong off the bench. Now, Fife-footed Cherrington. Playing with great energy, Kennedy Cherrington. A bit going on there at the play the ball. Here's Samaima Taufa. Now with Parramatta out to that 8-point lead, the Eels are now up to 4th place on the table. And as it stands, Brisbane are outside the 4. That live ladder will feature quite heavily throughout the rest of this game, and depending on the result, the next game as well. Amy Turner on the field. Terrorised the Eels in the previous NRLW season when these two teams met. That's when she was playing in the centres, now coming off the bench. Amy Turner, Emily Bass playing it. Now Jamie Chapman fell awkwardly in that tackle. Get up. Ferguson. Chelsea Lenarduzzi. 20 seconds left in the half. Last play here for Brisbane. Brigginshaw, little chip over the top, wants a bounce. Aiken gets a bounce. Can she get an offload? Does, but oh, look who's there for the Eels, Samaima Taufa.
Off the ball, Chelsea! That's wet to me, Jada. Oh.
And this will be the last play of the half. Rakaya Horn succumbs to the tackle. And that is half-time in the first of our 3 games this afternoon. And as it stands, Brisbane are outside the 4 because Parramatta lead by 8. At the break, it's the Eels in front of the Broncos by 14 points to 6.
Okay, stay on
It's
time.
all on the line here, 35 minutes.
Season-defining 35 minutes ahead. Chelsea Lenarduzzi with the opening hit up of the second half on the charge.
Great start.
Now it's Amber Hall. And gets a quick play the ball as well. Nearly every time there's Amber. So Brisbane on tackle 3. Reaching the halfway line. Amy Turner to dummy half. Jada Ferguson to Amber Hall. Ferguson to dummy half. Brigginshaw inside pass to Lenarduzzi. And Chelsea will be put down. Strong defence in there from Samaima Taufa. Last tackle, Brigginshaw. Hoists it high, Broughton underneath it, takes it beautifully.
Yeah, great take. Really good start by the Broncos front rowers, Lenarduzzi and Hall. A couple of the forwards in the Broncos team made a real statement in that first set.
Rima Butler. Good run for the Eels. 12 short of halfway. Samaima Taufa to Cherrington. Almost getting through with some good defence. Anna Larson and Amber Hall in there. Now Taufa again. Samaima Taufa gets a pass away eventually to Cherrington. Missed the half-back and found Cherrington. Great set here from the Eels to open up the second half. Now Broughton, long pass. Great ball to the winger who can't get there. Casey Toihiku tackled and it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, great tackle, Bass. Emily Bass. It was a beautiful ball.
You're good. Go.
Entertaining start to the second half.
Bass playing it. Here's Robinson. Julia Robinson never does anything at half measure. The Broncos winger. Jamie Chapman with an offload. Brisbane trailing by 8. Can't afford to lose by any more than 6. If they do, then Parramatta will go past them on the table. So for and against coming into it as well. Not just the result. Fongavini. Now Brigginshaw on the last. Runs a few metres, then kicks to Broughton, who knocks that one back. No harm done here for the Eels. Goes to Toahiku. Just outside her own 20. Now Faye scored the last try for the first half for the Eels. Alana Ferguson, down to you.
Well, as if she wasn't already everyone's favourite player, Samaima Taufa, the Eels lock, leads the run meters for the Parramatta Eels. She's been unbelievable, but she also leads the tackle count in the middle of the field. We saw their last set, how they were able to get that territory. She's also got that beautiful little short passing game through those middle forwards, having an absolute blinder, and the standing captain now that Tiana Penatani has had to sit out of the rest of this game with that quad injury.
What a performance. We're only 4 minutes into the second half. Here's the contest. And Brisbane have...
No advantage, double knock on.
Double knock on here.
Hand over to me, last tackle. Yep.
So it'll be a turnover.
Play the ball, just be over there.
First one off Parramatta. Brisbane will get to play the ball here. Jamie Chapman. Playing it on her own 20. Limited with her opportunities so far this afternoon has Chapman. Now Bass. Tackled there by Selly Malangi. Robinson. Theo in there in the tackle. Slow to get up there is Julie Robinson. Lenaduzzi just had to wait for that one. Goes to Amber Hall. Through the hands. Now it's off the legs. Oh, Raquel Horn's got it anyway. It doesn't matter what it came off.
Yeah, great pressure without the football by Parramatta. Just up in the Broncos' face. Really dominant and physical with their defence. They forced the turnover. Looking strong at the moment, the Eels.
Nevada George playing it. May Lungi to Cherrington. Here's Taufa. Stands in the tackle. Plays the ball 14 metres away from Brisbane's line. And on the charge here again is Philomena Hanisi. Tackle 2 metres short. Well, they'll be hard to run down if they score here, the Eels. There's a good take in traffic by Cherrington. Good defence from Ferguson. On the charge again is Hanisi. They force it back. Pretty hard to get past Amber Hall. Last play here for the Eels. May Lungi to Preston. Puts a kick into the in-goal area, and Hayley Maddock has to just take that one dead.
Clock is on.
Repeat set coming for the Eels.
Yeah, we saw it in the first half from the Broncos. Ali Brigginshaw stepped up in a set that was going nowhere and just gained a repeat set. And this time, it was Taylor Preston, the halfback for the Parramatta Eels. As Brigginshaw looks to go short.
Better watch the bounce. No harm done for the Eels. It's Nevada George. Playing the ball 20 metres away from the line.
I feel Gail Broughton, she's the key for Parramatta if they can get her the ball in this field position.
Now Quinlan goes short here to Peel, who's tackled a couple of metres away from the line. You can see Broughton just shifting from the left to the right, but they go to the left. Quinlan puts on a step. Mailungi, Preston. Now George back towards the centre of the ground. Samaima Taufa wrapped up. The ball came out.
Ruck interference.
There was a hand there, so Samai Mataufa saying that looks like they'll go for the 2.
The 8 points in front.
Samaima, what do you want to do? Yep. Going for
Take
2.
the 2.
So they're going to take the 2 here. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, interesting decision to take the 2 when you're 8 points in front, and to put your 10 points in front. The girls might need a bit of a break. It's quite warm conditions out there, and just continue to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Adds to the pressure the Broncos will be feeling. They've started this second half in great fashion, the Eels. Really dominant without the football, and that caused the turnover, which gifted them the field position they're currently in.
Here's the attempted penalty goal. And 2 more points for the Eels. A 10-point lead for the Eels, reminding you if they win by 6 or more, then they'll leapfrog the Broncos into 4th place on the table. One thing too, with that 10-point lead and adding the 2 points to the penalty goal, is that if Brisbane are to mount a comeback, they've usually been going up in 4s so far this season. The Broncos, they've only landed 4 from 16.
Well, that might have been in the back of Parramatta's mind when they were decided to take that 2-point conversion.
Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, well, what's important for Parramatta now, they get through their set. If you're going to take the 2 like that, because it doesn't change the psyche of the Broncos, they still think they've got to score twice. So they just need to get to their kick. Oh, they get a penalty.
2 in a row, too slow.
It's a perfect set for Parramatta after the goal.
Brisbane giving away a penalty, and you'd expect Parramatta to tap and go here.
Yeah, we saw it in the first half. Possession usually turned into points. And we'll see if Parramatta can transfer all this possession and field position into points.
Nevada George playing it. Mailangi, Preston. Anisi again, doing everything at pace. Tackled there by Nita Maynard, former Eel on the field for Brisbane. Is Pio. Christian Pio playing it 10 metres away from Brisbane's line. Anisi, Samai Mataufa, Preston, they're building here again. George, Nevada George backing away into Brisbane's defence. 2 metres away from the line. Oh, throwing a dummy is Mailangi getting over the line. Could she get it down? No, held up.
Okay, coming to tackle 5. Bucky over, no try.
There's plenty of space for Mailangi.
The ball always remains up.
Oh, we're going to check it here.
She claimed it. She had the finger up. See Aitken in there.
Ooh.
See if Shirley gets the ball ground at any point. The ball looks up at that stage, checking other available angles.
Sometimes when you get that close, your own arm can actually hold the ball off the ground. I think the Broncos have done enough here to get underneath the football.
Based on the live decision, there's always an arm underneath the ball. We'll be supporting the on-field decision. We have a decision.
Well, that'll be the last tackle.
Yep. All right. No, back on the 10. Back on the 10. All right, it'll be last tackle. Time off. Time on.
Last tackle now for the Eels. After that no try, Preston, Quinlan, Butler tackled on the last by Brigginshaw.
Yeah, it was a great ball and all tackle. Decided to run the football on the last tackle. Ali Brigginshaw. She keeps her team in the hunt here.
Brisbane still with plenty of time as Robinson playing it. Maynard a dummy half. Brigginshaw, or Chapman rather. Jamie Chapman. They've got some game breakers in their lineup, Brisbane. Netta Nuasala. Right, Emma Lawrence joining us now with Roosters number 9, Destiny Brill.
Destiny, coming up against your former side today, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a good rivalry between the two teams. So.
The Roosters are flying high at the moment, on top of the ladder. What is it about this group that makes it so special?
I think we just have a good camaraderie, and I think every girl wants to work for each other. So, yeah.
We're very excited to see young Jada Taylor there make her debut at fullback. What are you most excited to see her out there?
Yeah, I think the whole team's really excited and to get around Jada this evening, and hopefully she kills it out there. So,
fingers crossed. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Emma. And what about that from Brisbane? Hayley Maddock with a try from a terrific bust through the middle from the rampaging Amber Hall.
Yeah, this was all Amber Hall. Just a great direct run off the tap. Hits, spins, palms, and then shows a good turn of foot to get to the fullback. Hayley Maddock supports her front rower. And the Broncos, off the back of all that defence they've been doing to start this second half, they hit the scoreboard. Harvey Norman replay. Hayley Maddock gets the Broncos back in this game. Look at this run. Strength, power, spin, skill. And then Hayley Maddock playing the fullback role today. She looms up on the inside. Can change quick, Salty.
Certainly can. And if Ali Brigginshaw converts here, we've got a 4-point ball game.
They're back in the semis.
Yes. And Brigginshaw converts. So 16 points to 12. The Eels in front of the Broncos. Look at that. So many different fans of all the teams involved this afternoon. A triple header. Oh, Brisbane have made a mistake from the kickoff.
Middle, scrum is in the middle, all up.
It can change quick. And what this will do is this will force Parramatta to score more points, although they're in front on the scoreboard. Only a 4-point lead. They need that all-important 6-point lead to leapfrog the Broncos and put themselves in contention to play semi-final football.
Clock off feed. In. Hold!
Brisbane with a push off the scrum, and they get one against the feed. No.
Yeah, it's got to emerge behind the back leg of the second rower. Yeah.
A little bit hard done by there, the Broncos. They push in the scrum.
I'll tell you what, Taylor. Heads down, feet in, hold, break.
So now, Parramatta through Preston. Horn. Mikhail Horn tackled 4 metres away from the line. Penalty, Brisbane are offside. There's no 6 agains in NRLW. They'll tap here through Taylor Preston. Now George. Pushed back by Jamie Chapman in the tackle there for Brisbane. Horn, Sherrington. Here's Samai Mataufa. Tackled by Nuasala. Quick play the ball as well. Oh, bang! Amber Hall on Hanisi. What a hit. Anderson to Quinlan. Broughton. Great footwork again. Almost got away from them. But the tackle was made by Brigginshaw, Robinson and Sasolka. Pio. 5 away from the line. Last play here for the Eels. Brooke Anderson Kicks for herself, but Hayley Maddox there for Brisbane, but good play in the end. They'll get a repeat set.
Yeah, they're hanging in there, the Broncos. And great rushing defence on the right-hand side. And Quinlan and Broughton looked really dangerous. Broughton spun out of a tackle, but the Broncos' right edge were up in her face. And they shut it down. They'll have to do it again here, the Broncos. Alana.
Stay on. Kick.
Good to see Brooke Anderson back playing that dummy half role. We saw her skip out there and put a little grabber through. She's got a wealth of knowledge in terms of playing footy. She's played touch footy, Oz tag, Aussie sevens. So a great player to have on there, particularly when they're attacking the line like this.
Anderson through the hands. Quinlan gives it to Ellie Johnston. Looking for a double. Now Pio goes to Quinlan. Through the hands it goes, and they're going to crash over, are they? No. Made to play it. Half a metre away from the line is Butler. Johnston passing this time. Pio, here's Anderson. Kicks again for herself, ran into traffic. The Broncos have got it, but they're in goal, and they're going to get a repeat set again.
Well, that's the second kick by the Parramatta Eels. Brooke Anderson. She's seeing space in behind the Broncos' defensive line. And Alana just mentioned she's got a lot of skill and talent.
Stay on side. Stay on.
Brigginshaw looking for touch. Oh, took it beautifully. Jamie Chapman is still going towards the halfway line. That was spectacular.
What a play. Chapman and Brigginshaw.
Just went 10 metres before she got it. Now Brisbane. So close to being a penalty. Parramatta right in front, but Brisbane now 10 metres into Eels territory. Brigginshaw, Hayley Maddox, Janae Solka wrapped up. Hey Billy, it can change quickly.
Oh, I still can't believe that play. That's the best short kick-off I've seen.
Nuasala gets a pass away. Through the hands, here's Amber Hall. Amber Hall finds Emily Bass. Bass gets away from Horn, but then the cavalry comes and the Broncos wingers wrapped up.
Great footy.
Last play, Aiken with a grubber kick for Brigginshaw. Ellie Brigginshaw loves that one, and we're all locked up.
Well, they're the entertainers, the Broncos. Well, Ellie Brigginshaw, she started it with the short dropout. Jamie Chapman, she flew onto the ball. Here it is here. Does it go 10? Oh, I don't know. But we'll let it pass. And then they played football the whole set. And then a nice little kick here. Aitken and Brigginshaw supports her halves partner, pops up into her hands, and the Broncos 16 all, kick to come. What a set.
What a game.
Oh, didn't the game just come to life? Down to you, Alana.
What about the skill set in the lead up to this try? Ali Brigginshaw nailed the kick, play on. I'm not even a Broncos supporter, and that was the best thing I've seen in a long while. But Jamie Chapman plucking it out of thin air. A lovely touch from Taryn Aiken. We saw Amber Hall in there with an offload as well during the set, but Ali Brigginshaw, the woman there to stand up in a big moment. Finals are on the line here. Big players stand up. Well done, Ali Brigginshaw.
Outstanding from Ali Brigginshaw. This to put Brisbane in front by 2. And misses. Coming up straight after this NRLW action, the Titans take on the Roosters, who are looking to lock in their first ever NRLW minor premiership. That's coming up right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. And don't forget too, the Titans, they're heavily involved as far as this game is concerned, and the result, 16 all. What an afternoon it is on the Central Coast. Beautiful part of the world. Great stadium. 16 all, 15 minutes to go. And this is only game number 1. Well, there's the live ladder. As it stands, Brisbane in 4th. The Titans, well, don't write them off as they take on the Roosters this afternoon. Jamie Chapman. Mind you, the Titan season could be over should Brisbane go on to win this game. Taryn Aiken. Amber Hall, a one-handed grab and an offload back to Taryn Aiken. All the skills there from Amber Hall, and here's Hannah Larson. Maynard. Aiken kicking on the last. Here's a tester for Broughton. Oh, takes it magnificently again. Toi Hiku. Rakaya Horn. Real live wire for the Eels. Seem to play a lot in the wing in NRLW. There's those playing in the centres. Here's Zali Faye. Ellie Johnston. Oh, danger. Butler's got it, but she'll do well to stay in the field of play. In fact, she does. Got to the ground quickly. Losing their way here, the Eels, but get to a kick on the last. Hayley Maddock has it for Brisbane. 13 minutes to go. Brigginshaw. 16 all. So the NRL Telstra Premiership Grand Final returns to Accor Stadium in Sydney for both the men's and women's on October 2. Be there to witness all the excitement live. Head to nrl.com/tickets. Aiken. Now Maddock. Wrapped up there by Rakaya Horn and Taylor Preston. Last play here for Brisbane. Jamie Chapman goes to dummy half. Aiken chips over the top. Oh, Ellie Johnston with a good take.
Yeah, the Broncos have found a little bit of energy off that one moment, that one dropout, short dropout from Ali Brigginshaw, received by Chapman. Now it's up to the Eels to find that moment to spark some energy into their football. They need to find their football again, the Eels.
Zali Faye with a strong run. Here's Samaima Taufa. That's a good charge from Taufa. Terrific run from her. Over 200 metres run now for Samaima Taufa. Preston. A good kick that'll find the line.
Play the ball.
Brisbane will have a play the ball just inside their own 20.
I think everyone will appreciate the 20-second breather that they'll get here.
Jamie Chapman.
Kennedy, release! All the way, go.
Playing the ball for Brisbane. Here's Emily Bass.
Christian, clear it!
Big defensive set needed here for the Eels. Maddock throws a dummy, almost got through that opening, but Ellie Johnston making the tackle. Brigginshaw. Here's Maynard. Samaima Taufa with yet another tackle. Amber Hall thought about another offload. It went to ground, played the ball. Here's Brigginshaw. Puts it high.
Floating. Oh.
Did well, Gail Broughton.
Yeah, that was a good kick, that one. Great take. Isn't Amber Hall having some sort of an afternoon at Central Coast Stadium this afternoon?
threatening with every touch of the ball. And always Billy gets a quick play the ball as well, Amber Hall. That's when she is tackled with it, doesn't get an offload away.
Creates so much momentum with her carries, but she's got this skill and offload that can just trouble the defence.
Preston running into the line, tackled by Maynard, gets up, plays it to Anderson, who was looking away. Taufa, Sherrington, no harm done for the Eels. It's a good run again there from Sherrington. Last play, Foliaki. Now Preston. Puts up a kick. Robinson underneath it, has knocked it on. The Eels will get a fresh set of 6 here through Butler.
Well, that might be the Eels moment. The Eels moment that they needed.
Broughton down a short side. With a fend that time. 8 metres away from the line. This is only tackle 1. Fade a dummy half. Now Quinlan. The Eels looking to reclaim their lead. And Easy, good tackle down low from Nita Maynard. Quick play the ball as well. Anderson drifts across, links up with Preston. Now Foliaki. Footwork there from the Eels' second rower. No offload there from Vanessa Foliaki. Now Anderson takes off for Samaima. Taufa has done everything this afternoon except score a try, but now she adds that to her list. Samaima Taufa, take a bow. What an afternoon she's having, and the Eels hit the front.
Yeah, when you need something, you look to your captain. And Taufa, she's been in everything this afternoon. It all started with Anderson from dummy half. And Taufa, well, she looks like she's picked up an injury, but she's got her team back in front. Harvey Norman replay, Anderson gets out. Samaima Taufa, she just gets low, fights, and gets the ball down.
Samaima Taufa, what a player. An absolute warhorse for the Eels.
216 metres, 20 carries, 24 tackles, and a try to keep their season alive. That's what you expect from your captain. Down to you, Lockie.
Well, she's got a huge heart. Gee, she's been enormous today. But smart kick by the Eels. They kicked over to that corner. That's where the sun would have been in Chapman's eyes. So the error from the Broncos gave the Parramatta Eels a spark, and as we see them lining up their kick, they could be out by that all-important 6 if she could put this one through. There it is.
It said Monday, but it's been Tuesday. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Tuesday night this week for 100% footy due to Nine's coverage of Queen Elizabeth II's funeral on Monday nights. So Tuesday night at 9:40 on 9 and 9 now, 100% footy. Must watch for any NRL fan is 100% footy. So the Eels up by 6. Parramatta fans liking it. So are Eels, so are Titans fans. We've got to remember that. Well, here's a mistake. The penalty blown, and they've taken a quick tap here. And Brisbane, pretty much every player had their back turn, and Philomena Hanisi helps herself to about 18 to 20 metres. Preston, now Foliaki. And this Foliaki tackled 20 metres away from the line. There's only 6 minutes remaining. Parramatta leading by 6. Sherrington. Good run. Anderson. Now Quinlan. On the charge, Butler. But Fongavini did well. There's an offload. This will be play on here for Parramatta. Anderson's got it. Gets away from one, gets away from two, gets a pass to Charrington! Oh, yeah! The Eels! Electric!
Great footy. Kennedy Sherrington, well, she finishes it off, but Anderson showed great footwork and ability to distribute the ball. There was a bit happening in this play, but Parramatta are on. Harvey Norman replay, it goes out to the left. Oh, wild charge by Butler. Gets the offload. Ball comes back to Anderson. Beautiful little bit of footwork, left foot, bang, there it is there, and then offload, and then Sherrington. She's had quite the afternoon herself. Down to you, Alana.
How good was that? The set that followed points, and to seal this game, a couple of really key players for the Eels stood up. Rima Butler with that charge that nearly got her over the line, a sensational offload, and Brooke Anderson, her game awareness has been spot on today. She knew to keep scheming and pick up a player, and they're very happy with that one, the Eels.
As they should be, Alana. Wow. What a game this has been. There's 4 minutes remaining. Kennedy Sherrington, what an afternoon she's had.
Well, we just spoke about Tafua and how many metres she's run and the work that she's done, but Kennedy Sherrington, she's ran for 200 metres herself, 19 carries, 25 tackles, and now she's scored a try. Two women that have really deserved to be on the score sheet and the last two try scorers.
This is an important kick. Taylor Preston guides it through. Now, Friday night, we're heading to Townsville for preliminary finals footy. On 9, the Cowboys hosting the Eels in a massive grand final qualifier live. Tune in Friday night from 7 o'clock on your home of NRL finals footy, Nine's Wide World of Sports.
What a game that's going to be.
Yeah, that'll be huge. Actually, I know a lot of Eels fans, Billy, planning their journey to head there. They're either flying, if they can.
Drive, walk, swim, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I know of a couple who are flying to Cairns, then driving down and getting there any way they can.
I was stopping at the Garradunga Hotel in Innisfail. Put it on my tab.
That one's
or my old
going
man's.
for. So there's the live ladder. The Eels are in 4th spot as it stands.
Well, they keep their season alive and their semi-final hopes, but what that'll do is that'll end the Broncos season. And they've had quite the success. Broncos could finish last, I'm hearing. So if the Titans win.
Well, if the Titans win, they're in to the finals.
And the Eels are out.
Yes.
I'll stick around this afternoon.
Titans v Roosters coming up very soon. Here's Samai Mataufa. Inside the last 3 minutes. Preston kicks for touch and finds it. So all the Titans have to do is win. You don't have to worry about margin because they'll go to 4 points and leapfrog the Eels.
And although they're taking on the Premiership favourites in the Roosters, they are without some stars, I'm hearing. Resting.
No Semi Bremner. No Ray McGregor. Brianna Clark for Brisbane. Their season is about to come to an end. There's only 2 minutes remaining. 3-time NRLW premiers are going to go out before the finals. Jamie Chapman. Chapman. Tackle just outside the 20. They need a miracle here, Brisbane. Amber Hall. Maynard better hurry up and pick that one up. Well, there's a knock on.
Yeah, he's got dummy half on there.
Knock on at the dummy half by Nita Maynard.
Okay, hold on. So the decision is a knock on there at dummy half. You can't challenge what happens prior to the play of the ball. But if you're saying there's ruck interference, you can. Yeah, they were already in the process, mate.
Well, you may as well challenge. May as well.
Time off.
Minute and a half left
All
in
right,
the
Bucky,
season.
we have a captain's challenge from Brisbane, challenging the decision of a knock. There's a knock on a dummy half. They're claiming there's ruck interference.
So the Broncos are claiming there's ruck interference.
Nita Maynard knocks the ball on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks,
That
mate.
solves that.
It's not a penalty. Samaima, where do you want? In the middle? All right, in here.
What an afternoon. I know we keep saying it, but that looks magnificent. Great control from the drone operators too, over the water there, over Brisbane water.
Is Lockie in control of that? Licensed for a drone?
Mate, I've got a few down here on the sideline. I need my shirt back on. So I'm getting a bit of colour. It's been a long winter in Queensland this year.
Bit of glow. Sunny's on.
Sherrington playing at one of the games she's had isn't easy. Sherrington has run for 234 metres this afternoon. Samaima Taufa, she's over 240 now.
Oh, is that Nita?
Wow.
Hold on the left. Hold!
No wonder she's slow to get up and play it inside the last 30 seconds. You won't want to go anywhere this afternoon because there's plenty to play for the Titans coming up in a few minutes when they take on the Roosters. Here's the last play for the Eels. Samaima Taufa going for another run. Why wouldn't she?
25th of the game.
Chapman with an offload. That's off an Eels hand. Briganshaw's got it. Flick pass here to Emily Bass. It went forward. And that is full time. Parramatta fans, stand up and cheer for your team. The Eels have been magnificent this afternoon in a great game to kick off our triple header. Plenty of emotion from Parramatta. Full time, and the Eels have defeated the Broncos 28 points to 16.